Hello everybody and welcome back to Kinlaig on the Highland Fishing Expansion. So, we have moved on a month. Why is that not no spare capacity? Okay, we may have to go tip somewhere else. Anyways, so we have moved on a month, so we are in August, which means that we do have rather a lot of crops that need harvesting. And as we'll see, there should be, yes, obviously 35 is the grass. I'm not going to go back into there, but the onions are ready. I believe that's a canola field. That's ready. This is a wheat or barley field. That's ready. And the potatoes are ready. So what I do, right, that's of course, just making sure that our time scale was on 0 for the time being. But what we need to do is tip that into there. We'll get this tractor down. I don't know whether you can see it from here, but I did move the combine and the header, so they are in the wheat or the barley field. I'll have to remind myself of which one that is when we get down there. The good thing about having all these crops ready at the same time is it does mean that we can, well, I imagine we can harvest one field, so we can get this this wheat field harvested. We can lift the onions, or try to lift the onions, and we can also go and harvest or start harvesting the potatoes, and then just try spread it over 2 episodes. So I am looking for, well, I might as well drive this in, and we can put the header on, and then that's ready. Oh, we're destroying far too much crop, more than my liking. So let's put that on and just leave that there for now. This is the tractor I wanted, so let's take that off, because I think with it raining we will just put ×5, but we'll just keep an eye on that. I'm hoping we can lift the onions without that causing any bother, with yield or anything like that. Right, let's put the front one on first, and then we can spin around and put the second one on. I'll tell you something, it is proper sighing it down on here. Just, you can tell you're in the Highlands with rain like this. I know one thing I'm looking forward to at some point is going on to sort of an Irish map, because I do love the feel of Irish maps, so doing one of them in due course would be lovely. So right, I think let's start with this. So we go to the onions. This is left hand dropping, I'm going to guess. So that's, do you see that power turn? That was quite cool. Left hand dropping. So I just need to remember how this works. Yes, let's just drive this onto the field, and it's not going to do here, no crop destruction. So steering assist, like so. So it wants you to do 4 headlands. I think in the past I've changed that to 6. So we're going to do that instead. Right, let's power it all on. Let's drop the front down. And then, yeah, so I think it's worked this row into the middle, and then we'll do another row in and work it back to the right, and that just means that we should be able to put 3 rows into one, which will make life a lot easier. Well, the process of doing that, it does look very messy, but the final result, I think, speaks volumes. That's a very tidy way to get the headlands done. So we are going to, once we get to the end here, check what this weather's doing and whether we need to speed up time. I was hoping that we should have been all right after we'd done this, but that has not been the case. So that's not what I want. I can't say. Is it what I want? Yeah, it is what I want. So where are we? We are 10 o'clock, so it should be sunshine. Ah, there we go. It has now changed to say that it is definitely going to be sunshine. So we will, in that case, then, if we just line this up over here, let's turn that on to left facing and turn it all off. Let's just, that seat's going to be soaking wet. If we go into here, I want this, and we can take our Mercedes down to the potato field, and we'll leave that there because we're going to use some of the, obviously we're going to use this to lead the potatoes because it's got a bigger capacity to it, and obviously we're not having to travel very far from that potato field to the potato factory. So I will just leave this here, turn it off. Oh brilliant, that sends us straight into there. And this is currently set up for onions, I believe. Looking at that, I did the wrong door. I think I said in the previous episode, this is the one thing I don't like about this shed, is not having doors. You know, you're clicking at a door or trying to open the door, you know, but if you've opened one next to it, then you can't, if that's not Irish. But right, I'm zoomed in massively there. So this is a workshop trigger, so we'll put this into here and we can put the potato header on. And just thinking about it, with that being an onion field just there, it's not far either to lead the onions to our production. And this time with the onion production, we will be potatoes. We won't be potatoes, but I'm just swapping that back to potatoes. This time with the onion production, we will be just set it straight onto selling, so we're not having to do a lot of forklift driving. All right, let's now get this down to the potato field. So I am going to give it a go with the combine. I'm just going to see whether it's going to flash up and give us a severe warning or anything like that. So I should have just got out the tractor and jumped in it. Why are we going? Come on. Okay, why is it not letting me get in the combine? Well, I should have just done this first time around. Right, we can actually get it unfolding now, because I didn't want to unfold it and let all the rain get into the tank. And we are one headland. I do prefer to do two, so let's do that. So it is going to affect our yield. Right, let's just then. I didn't really want to have to do this, but I think we're going to have to, just to get the last remnants of rain away, which didn't take long at all. So if we turn that on now, is it going to give us a warning? That looks not, so I think we're clear now. So let's get on to this, and we'll get this done. Obviously we don't want the straw, we don't need to mess around with straw, so yeah, we'll get cutting. We are so close, but yet so far. Right, so that is another full, well, I say a full load. We didn't empty last time, we only emptied enough to fill the trailer. So we'll go up to the top now and we'll get this empty. So to start with, I will just fill this up because I believe this is empty, but we'll soon find out. If not, it could definitely do with a bit of a top up. So let's try get this into the trigger somehow. Let's go again. I've definitely used this before to tip into here. There we go. So dump wheat, and then that storage in front of us, if it does have any wheat in it, we should be able to hopefully tip into there, but we'll soon find out. I just don't want to get caught on those metal bars like I just did. So right, can we put any in here? Yes, there must already be some in storage in there. Do we go here? Wheat, yes, there's 4,500 litres in there. We'll bob back to the field quickly. We will, oh, that's not good that we're hitting the roof. We'll bob back to the field. We will empty the combine, and then we can obviously come back up to here and give some wheat to the chickens. Actually change of plan, I forgot we had this last bit to combine, so I'll just leave that there, and then by the time, if I don't sprint, by the time I walk round to get back into the combine, I would guess there should be enough room now for us to finish this little bit off. Well, oopsie, I can't remember where where we got to there. Anyways, we've just finished off the cutting down there. There's only a little bit left, so there's another 19,066 litres. So we're going to take this up, we're going to give some of this to the chickens, and then when they're full, the rest can go into storage. And I do wish I had bought the bigger fast track at some point in this series, because this one, it is fantastic, and well, you can see I've used it for 17 hours. It would have just been nice to have a bit more power. We also need to move some eggs. There's only one column left on the final pallet of rum. So let's just reverse this in, like so. There's our trigger. So it's empty into there. That's taken more food than what I thought it was going to go. What it was going to do. Right. Let's now go into here and let's try avoid the trailer hitting the roof. As soon as, there we go, as soon as that trigger box comes up, let's see now if that works, or is this where we're going to hit the metal bars coming off the, yeah, there we go. Does it look like these sheds were designed for trailers in mind? But right, let's find this, and we'll just go move the eggs quickly. Right. Let's just move these over to here, and then yeah, I think we'll then go have a look at what's happening down at the potato field, because I want to get on down there to start getting that lifted, because I know we won't get that all done in one time lapse, so it's nice just to be able to sort of split them up. Right, let's get this unfolded, and because that's going on the right hand side, we will make a start going around on the right, just in case we need to unload. So let's turn. Can we drop that down? Yes, now we have. I have just quickly bobbed off the game just to see where we'd got to, because I think I must have pressed the wrong buttons on my stream deck. So luckily, it's literally just missed off the cutting of that final triangle, as it were, and unloading onto there, which I'm very, very glad for. But right, let's get steering assist onto here. 6 headlands, that sounds like a very good idea to me, so we'll get that on, and then yeah, we'll do the 6 headlands here like we did with the onions, and then once we have unloaded and got everything ready into there, I think that's when we'll then look to try get the whole of the onion field done, if we can. Worst comes to worst, we'll just do half of it, and then in the next episode we'll come back and do some more. But I do like to try and keep these, I'd like to try to keep the episodes down to a maximum of 4 time lapses. I believe that, for me, I feel that that's a slightly better way to do things. This is where if we actually bought the big potato harvester, is it the Grimmy one? Let's just go have a little look. Beet harvesters, vegetables. Have I gone past it? Oh, it's over here, sorry. This one, it's got a much bigger, well, double the size tank, which would come very, very much in handy, because obviously that's what we've got at the minute, which is 9.6. And it's a 3 meter working width, I believe. And that one, what's that one? 3 or 4? Could be the exact same, but the big benefit is in the tank size. But right, we will just get this lined up, ready to go again. So that's 7% left in there, so we should be able to do a full lap round, which that's been very, very handy. It's just worked out perfect, you know, being able to park here. But right, let's go tip the first load of potatoes. Hey, look, we've got doodah. Oh, I've got hold of it. Let's just turn that off. Right, super strength off. Press there. Yes, I do love interactive control. So inside the carb, let's turn it on. I forget which button do I have to press to activate to activate it. Not that one. Oh, I don't know. We'll just drive with the door open, shall we? We're only going to literally over there, so we're not going far at all. I'd love to know how to get. Honestly, it's been that long since I used it, I cannot remember. But anyways, we have 39,500 litres of potatoes in here. So I have just checked on the control panel. What have I crashed into there now? Oh, is it because that's a bit lower? Do I need to just raise that up to give us a bit of a ramp? But yeah, I have just looked on the controls just to see why it wouldn't let me do it, and there is nothing that suggests I'm pressing. Is it the dash? Not the dash. The dash hyphen. Whatever's under the question mark. Even the one on the num lock, that isn't putting anything up. So if I press it now, is it going to turn it off? No. Am I missing something very, very silly here? Unless it's just the door that you can do. I don't know. Right, let's now take this back to the potato field. We'll leave it there. And we'll have a look at the onions, because I would like to think we'd get at least half of the field, rowed up, because then in the next episode we can continue with the potatoes, we can continue with the onions, and we have the canola field to carry on with. So let's just, there's 2 headlands left to go, so we'll just park that there for now. That wants to just stay there. This is what we need to be in. So if we turn both things on, we are set to dropping on the left hand side. So we'll get onto here. I shouldn't have dropped that so early. Oh no, to be fair, that's not so bad. Yeah, and we'll go up and down. We'll put everything in, so there should just be one row in the middle to finish it all off, to make it all look nice and neat, if that makes any sense. So what I am going to do is leave it there, I think, now. So off camera, I'll do all the middle of these rows, so that shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't take too long at all, and we'll probably start the next episode as we're just finishing off. So let's change this so that we're dropping into the middle, and then we'll carry on. But I just want to say to everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.